I would like to know, how did you work with this little girl to make her forget that you are shooting a movie?
So I think in filmmaking, casting is half the job. If you cast well, you are halfway there. And I got super lucky that my casting director, Yusuf Rahman, was already working with Nazalia Arsalan, and she's a child actor. She has acted since being a baby, but then she started acting in TV since the age of 7. And when we found her, she was 11, playing 10. So I think the luck was that she's actually a really, really excellent actor who is very focused, and her parents are focused on her career. So they helped her memorize the entire script, and no other actor in the whole movie knew the entire script. Even I, as a screenwriter and director, did not know every single thing, and this girl knew it by heart. So she is a little prodigy, and I was very lucky to have her. In terms of direction, I tried my best for the naturalism, and what she was used to was Pakistani dramas and commercials, where exaggeration is key, and that is what sells in melodrama, is what sells there. And I was looking for a different kind of performance. My inspiration was Iranian art house, Romanian new wave, and so I was expecting and try to tell her, what is a documentary. That's just when the camera is there. And then I even showed her clips from some of my favorite films. So she kind of got the idea, and once she got it, she understood that the style, the acting style, is much more different. It's actually easier. There's less to do.
It is not easy to make a child forget everything around, even if the crew is very small. I don't know how big it was, but it is something even adult actors have problems to forget everything.
So the crew was huge. It was a micro-budget film that I financed myself. I'm the main producer, writer, director, and I also acted in it. I actually learned acting from our protagonist. From the 10-year-old girl, I learned acting. But so there were times we were shooting in villages on the outskirts of Karachi where there was 100 people, random people watching. And what I was scared about is their phones will ring any moment, because we couldn't control the phones of the 100 people who were random passerbys. And the girl was able to focus. And what really was special is, even when she was ill in the shoot, we have this scene where her uncle says, "You look so tired." And after she has cried, when she says "Baba," she's about to go home, and then she goes to the fruit cellar for the very last time, and she looks exhausted, but actually that day she was a little sick. So what I'm saying is, as a child actor, which is an interesting phenomena in itself, she was beyond dedicated, and so were her parents. Her mother really, really, it's their dream, the entire family's dream, that she is an excellent actor, and that's exactly what she is.
How came this story to you? This way of storytelling, following a kid and discovering the world and problems and reality.
Yes, so the inspiration was indeed from Iranian cinema and, simple films like, White Balloon and Where is the Friend's House from Kiarostami. And the story came, actually, the concept, Ghost Schools, is a phenomena where thousands of schools, tens and thousands of schools are abandoned in Pakistan due to mismanagement and corruption. So some teachers are being paid, the principal is missing, the feudal lords are using the empty buildings for barns or for warehouses. So first of all, I had this concept, and I knew that I wanted to make a film about that. And then instinctively, because there was no budget originally, I thought it could be a documentary. It would be very simple. I will go around the village and asking people, what happened to the school? And everybody will tell me a different story, because that's what was happening when I was asking them about schools. And then I thought, actually, creatively, because it's about a school, I liked the idea of taking it into this metaphorical concept of spiritualism, fear, and taking it from a child's perspective, where those are the future of the world that are being cheated in modern day currently, and we, the adults, are responsible for stealing their future. So that's how it came about, and so creatively, I took it to with inspiration from Kiarostami and Bellatar, I took it to the level where you have like long takes and embedded in realism. Yet there is some elements which are heightened reality, and even quite far out, like the Dutch angle and the burning of the books and the rain and lots of other things, the thunder.
In your movie, the girl is the strongest of the childs in this village. How comes?
So I wanted a strong female protagonist, and I think, even in my family, people say, why are you different from your brothers and sisters? How come you ended up being such a, feisty, person with so many questions about the world? And so I wanted my protagonist to ask questions. Simply ask questions, and that's it, really. And the answers she gets are very vague, and she doesn't really resolve. She resolves something for herself, but not really the bigger picture. So like I said, she went around simply asking the questions that I was asking in a more innocent way. And that was the only difference, because anybody could ask the same questions, and we should be asking questions as to, what is going on, and why are there tens and thousands, why is there tens of thousands of ghost schools and ghost hospitals and ghost colleges in Pakistan. And it's not only in Pakistan, it's in the wider region. It goes all the way from Africa to East Asia, this phenomena of ghost schools and ghost hospitals. And it comes from corruption, mismanagement, lack of oversight, and and disregard for the peasants and the working classes. It's complete disregard. And the people who are in power and doing this, they are educated in the West, in Oxford and Cambridge and Ivy League schools, and they speak with British and American accents. So it's not that they're not aware. It's not that they don't know. It's not that they're living in this, microcosm of the world, of a village. They are totally, they know what's going on. They know what they're doing. And so it is stealing the future for, we're talking about, millions of children in South Asia.
Your movie is a strong empowerment for not only girls, but for children, I would say. Is that a general attitude of your work when you are doing films?
I would like to think of myself as a storyteller, first and foremost. But as a storyteller, we have to ask ourselves, what kind of stories do we want to tell? And that has to do with the kind of subjects we are interested in. So I am interested in, the themes of injustice and freedom and progressive thought and emancipation. These are the subjects that interest me, and therefore my films are about that.